Good afternoon. So we are Majic Financial Group, and we're going to talk to your department on how we can make your communications with your students and within your department better. So since it's coming to the end of the year and it's about to be a new year, my favorite part of the year is that I get to do my taxes. I get my refund back. I have a little extra, cha-ching in my pocket. But then I know when I was in college, I had to remember now I have to deal with financial aid. I have to go through the process of filling out the forms, and then the forms not being filled out right, and calling in, and then being called at 45, and then dealing with emails, they don't respond, and then going into the office, and it's just a long line out the door, and I'm just like, all right, well, I was happy because I got money, but now I have to deal with this, and my whole mood shifts. So we're going to talk about how we can make that a little bit easier for your department. So now I'm going to introduce you to our team, and first we have our president, DL. And he graduated from Cornell University, and he founded Majic Finance Group in 2000. He has worked with companies such as Mifflin and Greendale University, or college. Next, we have our president, our vice president, Freddie V. He graduated from Baylor University. He has worked with Apple when it started, early, back in the 2000s, really early. And he has been with our company since 2005. So then we have our communications director, Shan Burnett, and she graduated from Georgia State in 2000. She helped improve internal and external communications with universities such as KSU, GSU, and many more. And she has been with our company since 2012. And now we have our accounting director, Kyle Cobb. He graduated from BYU, and then he attended Duke, where he got his for graduate school. He is the executive account holder for LSWS, and later worked with Disney, and now he's been with our company since 2010. And last but not least, we have myself. I'm the public relations director. My name is Sarah Fleur. I graduated from NYU in 2010, and then I went into an internship with Eltman, which is a really big public relations firm. And then I came here, and I've been working with this company as the public relations director since 2014. And now I'm going to pass it off to DL for our statement of need.
That's it. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is DL. I'm the president of Majic Financial Group. I founded the group back in 2000, and ever since we've worked with numerous and different companies and colleges, and most recently we've become interested in working with West Georgia's financial aid department. Now they're probably wondering, why should we use why should you use our recommendations? What are you going to do for us, and how are you going to help? Through some surveys and research, we came up with a few points where we think they could better their department. First, I wanted to touch on, we're going to touch on internal communications. To us, internal communications is strong internal communication can have a more well-functioning company. It promotes a better work environment and improves employee morale. And would you argue against that? None of us really want to work with disgruntled employees, whether it be at this department or the retail store or anywhere else, really. Next, we're going to touch on external communications, which was a very popular topic, judging from our surveys that we conducted and how unpopular that aspect was within this company. External communications is important because you want to keep your clients and customers satisfied and actually listen to their needs. I can remember the days of dealing with financial aid and being on the phone for what felt like years and not getting anywhere. It was just a headache. And we also want to touch on overall image because image is important because it makes a good first impression. We visited, and our first impression was, we made quite an impression. 3 employees and around like 6 chairs to help thousands of students. So you can imagine how overwhelmed it could be the beginning of each semester. Now I want to pass it on to Freddie Velasquez. He's going to go over our background.
Well, hello everyone, my name is Freddie Velasquez, like you heard me on, I'm the Vice President of Majic Financial. Well, I'm here to provide you a little bit of information about our background and values. We might ask ourselves, why is it important to know about the background or company of someone that you're looking for help? Or, I mean, if you're looking for someone, are you gonna want to ask a little, like, some information about that? Let's say if you go to a doctor, would you go to any doctor, or just you gotta know, like, at least what kind of, how he works or his past? I think everyone does that, and this is what I'm here for, to provide a little bit about our background. Our company started in the 2000, and since then we have been providing help to different people, like you see here, schools, companies, organizations such as Google, LSU, and Yale. And I think you all probably know all of these organizations, schools, and everything, and they're big. And as you know, if we can provide their own help being that big, I think we can provide you help. Because I know we got the experience, we got what it takes. So the key point here is experience. We all, our team has been through the same situation, and we know what it takes. We know what are the financial problems that we face, and that is the key point, experience, and we got that. And that's why we recommend you to come to us, and we'll provide you the help. And yeah, we've been nationally recognized for work with Georgia Power and Amazon. I think our background says everything about us. We train our employees, because we don't want to treat our clients in a bad way. Because as you know, our clients come first, then everything else. And who here agrees with this quote? Do you all agree with this? I think we all do. I mean, we can see it everywhere in sports or other things. If you don't work as a team, I think there's no success, especially in a company or anything. We have to work as a team, and that is what we got to provide you: teamwork. With teamwork, we can provide you with the best help we have. And here, as you can see, you probably wonder why do I have these arrows pointing at Majic Financial, which is your company name. And I think we know these characteristics we have right here is what we have. We're based on this. Every time we help a client, we make sure we're providing the best work or whatever it is. We got dedication, which is the best thing. I think if you want to help someone, you got to do it. We don't do it because it's beneficial for us, because it's something that we love. We love helping people, especially students and other people. And for communication, we take that seriously, communication, because if we can't communicate with our employees or client, or a team, there's no way we can communicate with our clients. So everything starts with us. That's why every time we meet with a client, we make sure that we train our employees to treat them the best way. And we don't only have these, we don't only are based on these characteristics, but that's what we have to offer you. So take a chance and join us. We'll be able to provide everything to you. And I don't want to get too much into communication, but I'll hand it over to Shane, who's going to provide you a little bit more of information about internal and external.
Like you said, I am Shane. I'm going to be covering the internal and external communications within the department. How many of you know the slogan? It's my money and I need it now. You know it? Okay, great. So we know the financial aid department holds a lot of responsibility within any university, and we know that they hold a lot of confidential information. It is imperative for them to have effective communication as their top priority. And as you can see in these photos, you can see how it is for students who have to deal with financial aid. You have a bad comment from Facebook, worst financial aid department on earth. It's kind of pushing it, but I guess. We have this meme here called financial aid. Please hold, you have 30 calls ahead of you. Like, that's too much. Then you also have long lines here. So here at Majic Financial, we want to make sure that your company increases the efficiency and productivity within the department by successfully communicating internally and externally. These are the 3 methods of communication that the financial department uses, which is phone, email, and face-to-face interactions. In the chart, you can see that face-to-face interactions is the most preferred communication method. Alright, moving on to the SWOT analysis. We're going to list some strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to the department. A strength would be the dispersion of the actual funds. People really don't have too many problems with actually getting their money into their account. They see it and they're like, okay, yay, money. Some weaknesses would be the small amount of staff they have on site. Having a small amount of staff is very inconvenient to a campus with 10,000 plus students. The department fails to communicate effectively with students in a timely manner via phone, and there also is some misunderstandings with communicating verbally. Some opportunities would be an increase in the number of employees, increase in the employee involvement, and the student involvement. Some threats to the company could be the admissions office or the bursar's office. They are both very reliable with all 3 methods of communication. All right, these 2 departments right here, we have Red Star and Kennesaw State's University Financial Aid. Red Star is a 24-hour service that's for residential students. They have a significant amount of employees working together to provide this service. And KSU, they use the same 3 methods of communication as West Georgia's, but they have a little extra to help them out. They assign all of their students to a financial aid counselor by last name, which allows more organization for the department. And they also have a 24-hour chat box on the financial aid page that I thought was pretty cool because it allows an extra source of communication outside of the regular office hours. So you may be wondering, how can Majic really help? We believe that an instant messaging application such as Campfire or GroupMe, or having weekly face-to-face meetings or video conferencing calls can help, or hiring more dedicated workers. When I mean dedicated workers, I don't mean just by having more people. These people actually need to be dedicated to their job, actually love what they do. We also believe that updating all social media accounts would be very important. We've noticed that in the past 6 years, they've been very inactive with their accounts, and that's not good. So basically, we want to bring the overall image, the student involvement, and employee involvement up. And now, with that being said, I'm going to hand it off to Kyle, our accounting director.
Thank you, Shannon. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle Cobb, and like previously noted, I am the account director for Majic Financial Group Associates. I'm going to go over a little bit of the recommendations that we've been working on through evaluating your organizational department. We're here to help. Magic's here to improve the overall image of your department/organization. We're going to go over 3 main points today. I'm going to look at image, student involvement, social media, website, campus, and campus communication. These are just the top 3 that we're making suggestions. We have a lot more if you want to go further in depth in our report, but these are the ones I'm going to be going over today. First off, we have image. Upon our visit, our actual visit, we walked in the office to the financial aid office. It was kind of gross. It was a little dingy, a little musty. So we want to go from you to new on that. New furniture, new paint. I kind of walked around and tried to figure out who was working there for a while, but I couldn't really figure it out. No uniforms, no name tags. I don't know who Jerry Smith is, but if I'm looking for a guy to help me out, I'm going to find a guy with a name tag. Jerry might be my guy. I'm wondering, what's new paint and new furniture have to do with the financial consulting group? Well, I'm not Home Depot. We're not Home Depot. But I think this is a recommendation. Stuff like this separates us from the next guy. We're going to help you revamp your office, whether it's IT, new equipment, a new paint on the walls, new furniture. I mean, we're going to help you scrape the gum off the desk if need be. The next thing I'm going to go over is student involvement. You got to reach out, be known, and create a positive atmosphere. The atmosphere around the financial aid department right now is a little negative, kind of a negative persona. It's not too fun going in that office. Nobody's super excited to wake up and go to their fast bar there. No. We're going to change that around. When other organizations have events on campus, we're asking that you be there. Show face, show hands, have handouts, have information granted. Be known. We're asking you to reach out. You know, you can even do sponsored events, much like Housing has done in the past. We took a peek at their student involvement. Well, this is through the roof, solely because they go the extra foot to reach out. I know financial aid is not one of those things you're going to go, hey, let's have an event with financial aid, but they're very beneficial. We want to make that very beneficial for you. Looking at the students, you know, like I said, nobody's super excited to get up on an early morning, go crunch numbers in the financial aid office. It's gross. Not fun. We want to turn that around. Through these recommendations, we feel like we can really do that, create a more positive atmosphere that's associated with your department. The last one I'm going to hit on is social media. Like Shannon previously stated, we looked at your current social media traffic and there's little to none. Ouch. That is not good whatsoever. How do you get your news nowadays? You check Twitter, you check Facebook, you go on the web, do a little Googling. Well, we're going to change that around for you. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram offer great platforms to push news out to students. You know, I wake up and the first thing I do is check my Instagram, my Twitter, get the scoop on what's going on today. If you had current up-to-date newsletters, forums, information for these students to know, hey, it's 20 days for your FAFSA, renew it. Hey, you might want to check on that parking ticket you don't know you have until it's time to do your register for classes, and you're screwed. Can't register for classes. Even suggest bi-monthly, bi-weekly, maybe every now and so, SMS text. Allow a service that students can sign up for and get those reminders. I remember when I was in college, way back when, I had a bunch of holes in my account that I didn't even know, and I had to register for classes in 20 minutes. Oops. Can't do anything about it. But if I had something like this, these daily reminders, something like this to keep me on top of my workload with school and cover my finances with the department on the department organization on campus, it'd be a breeze. So we want to turn those things around. We hope you we strongly recommend our recommendations. Like I said, these are just a few main ones that we want to hit on today. If you want to further in-depth in our report, we're more than happy to answer any questions. As far as that concerned, my part is done. I'm going to hand it off to Tyra, and she's going to wrap this up for us.
Alright, so like we said, there's multiple ways that we can help your financial aid department improve its image. And as Kyle said, our number one recommendation is your social media. Because kids and students get so much information from social media, that's the main place they go. Your image. When you want to walk into your image is your first impression to your students. Before you talk to anyone, before they say a word to anyone, that's what they see. So when they walk into your office and they see dark and gloomy and there's nowhere to sit and they don't know who's working, that's your first impression. So automatically, I can go in there with a happy attitude, but when I see that, they're surrounding it, it's gonna make my attitude go down. And as far as communication, internal and external, work on that with your company and hire more employees so that there isn't as long as a wait. So when students walk in, there isn't just two people, but there's a line out the door and there's no one else helping. And then go out. A lot of students don't even know where the financial aid department is on campus. Well, that's a problem, especially when they have so many students who's gonna need your help. So when we don't know where it's at, how are you gonna be able to help your students? So as a little takeaway, we have suckers, kind of to say don't be a sucker with your finances, you know? And my colleagues are gonna pass out in the bag. And we wanna thank you for your time, and I hope you come to our company for your help. Thank you.
All right, this is team number 3. Do we have questions?
Anybody have any questions?
I would work with the smart
Get smart choice into what? It's situational. We felt many professional organizations such as yourself in the past, we've had great success rates within those. Our return rate has something to do with our client relationship. You are an investment for us just as much as we are for you. And we feel like the return on investment for us is big, and it should be big for you as well. So we're going to go that extra foot, that extra mile, to make sure you don't waste your money investing.